Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. In this occasion, I will be presenting about Deixis. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, what is Deixis? Deixis comes from Greek, which means to show or pointing. In other words, contextual information lexically or grammatically that shows certain objects, places, or times. Deixis is defined as an expression that is bound to its context. For example, in the sentence I love her, the information from pronoun I and her can only be traced from the utterance context. The expression that is only known from the utterance context is called deixis. In the study of pragmatic, deixis can be divided into several types. The first is person deixis. Person deixis is a deixis that shows the speaker. The person who is talking is called the first person. If he or she no longer speaks and becomes the listener, then he or she changes become the second person. The second person is category of reference to one or more listeners, or who is addressed in speaking like you, your, or yours. For example, I saw them in the mall yesterday. Second one is place deixis. Place deixis is the use of general words or phrases to tell or point a location which is based on place reference. The concept of distance in this type of deixis is where the relative location of people and things are being indicated. It uses the set of demonstrative determiners such as here, there, this, or that. For example, that stadium is located 200 meters from the capital city. The third one is time deixis. According to Stante, time deixis relates to the relative time between the speaker and the listener, or the author and the reader. The relativity of time is seen from when an utterance is spoken. In time deixis, we can identify several dialectic elements such as now, then, and this weekend. For example, I cannot go with you this weekend. The fourth one is discourse deixis. Discourse deixis concerns the use of deictic expressions within an utterance as a form of orientation inside an unfolding discourse in which that utterance is located. The deictic expressions indicate the relation of the utterance to future or past elements of discourse, or to a conversation or a text making reference to portions of the discourse itself can be accomplished by means of time deictic words such as next, in the next chapter, or last, in the last paragraph. For example, at this point, it is useful to return to our previous example. The last one is social deixis. Social deixis concerns the aspect of sentences which reflect certain realities of social situation in which the speech act occurs. There are two kinds of social deixis. The first one is absolute social deixis. Social deixis is reference to the social characteristics of or distinctions between the participants or reference in a speech event. For example, your honor. The second one is relational social deixis. Relational social deixis is didactic reference to a social relationship between the speaker and addressee, bystander, or other referent in the extralinguistic context. For example, distinctions between the French second person pronouns to and fro. Okay, I think that's all for today, and thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.